am excited, even with 56 days to the test and looking at this plan, as we've been working on this plan and modifying this plan, and I'm looking and seeing what coaches can do and the lessons and things, it really brings back, I'm not gonna lie, it brings back my Lincoln days that were super, super hard work, but super, super rewarding to see what kids did.
So this is really, really exciting work, so let's go get them.
ISASP stands for Iowa Statewide Assessment of Student Progress, and it's a fancy name for the state assessment that we take every year. For those of us that are a little bit older, it used to be the Iowa Test of Basic Skills, ITBS, and then in most recent years it has been called the Iowa Assessments.
It's actually designed to test grade level content. So for example, if we have a 5th grade student taking the 5th grade ISASP, it's actually testing all of the standards that they are supposed to be learning at 5th grade. So this is the first year that they're actually testing grade level content. So we believe it's a much better test.
So in the past, the state assessment has always been completely multiple choice. Last spring in 2019, the ISASP brand new test, it is now not just multiple choice. There are multiple choice answers, there are also fill in the blank answers, and there's also a large writing component.
And so it's a much higher rigor test, which causes our students to demonstrate what they know in a completely different way.
Usually when we take our state assessment, we take it in April and we get the results late May at the latest. Well, this year, because it was a new test, we took our test in April and we did not receive the results until November. So we usually have all summer to really dig through the data, plan for the data. Buildings bring their teams together and really talk about, here's where students scored well, here's areas that they need improvement, how can we focus our instruction on that. This time we didn't have that time. It was a 6-month window before we actually even got our assessment results back.
The state had already said that they believed strongly that scores would be lower for every district, and that did happen. That happened here just like everywhere else. But it actually has served as a huge motivator for us, because now that we know that we're testing, 7th graders are taking 7th grade questions, it gives us a really good focus for how we improve instruction.
We had 13 weeks from the time we received our scores until the next testing period. So what we have done is, as a district, we have a plan to increase instruction and to focus on students to increase their scores.
Sometimes people will say, well, are you teaching to the test? And my answer is, I hope so, because the test is measuring what we're supposed to be teaching. And so if we're teaching to the things that they're going to be tested on, that means we're teaching to the content we're supposed to be teaching.
So we have 14 what we call ISASP coaches. So every building has their own ISASP coach. And a coach, really, if you think about a basketball coach, we are there to support them, to help them practice, to cheer them on, to provide professional development. We are truly coaches for our buildings and working side by side with them.
Guess what? It's 38 days till test day.
Here we go. Okay. All right. We strongly believe that we are one of the few districts in the state of Iowa that is attacking the test scores. Based on what we're seeing already, we strongly believe our scores are going to go up, which really just is symbolic of the fact that our instruction is better and our kids are learning more. But we also know alongside, we don't know how much our scores will improve, but one thing I do know is that we're learning a lot that we'll take into next year's plan and can only go up from there.
Parents are talking about it because their kids are coming home and talking about it, and they're saying, here's some things I've learned. I'm getting to work in small groups, and maybe they don't know ISASP as the acronym, but they know it's the state test that we're going to take, and I have a goal, and I'm going to do well, and I'm going to improve, and kids are excited, and maybe some kids are anxious about that too, but that's why we're working with our teachers and our principals and our lead teachers and everyone to help our kids to say, yes, this is important, but your learning is the most important to us.
And the test kicks off April 6th. So everything is really kind of gearing up toward that April 6th launch of the test. But then even after that, everything we're learning right now, we're really going to take into all of the time after April 6th and into next year.